Across the vast Atlantic Ocean lies a region that has captivated explorers, scientists, and storytellers for generations. An area where ships have seemingly vanished without a distress call. Aircraft have disappeared from radar, and compasses have reportedly spun out of control. This area, known to the world as the Bermuda Triangle, has become one of the most enduring mysteries of our time. Stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, the triangle covers hundreds of thousands of square miles of open ocean. It's one of the busiest maritime and aviation corridors on Earth, crossed daily by cargo ships, cruise liners, and countless flights. Yet, over the decades, a series of incidents, some well documented, others wildly exaggerated, have forged a legend that refuses to fade. For some, the Bermuda Triangle is a gateway to the unknown, a place where the laws of nature bend. For others, it's simply a region where natural forces, unpredictable weather, and human error combine to create tragedies that are explainable, though no less heartbreaking. To understand this mystery, we need to journey back in time, long before the legend even had a name. Stories of strange occurrences in these waters go back centuries. During the age of exploration, sailors recorded bizarre compass readings, sudden storms, and unexplained lights on the horizon. Christopher Columbus himself noted unusual compass behavior during his first voyage. Today, we know that compass variations are a natural phenomenon in certain parts of the Earth's magnetic field. But to early explorers in uncharted waters, it would have been deeply unsettling. As sea travel grew, so did the number of ships lost at sea. Many disappeared without witnesses, leaving no clues behind. At the time, these were chalked up to storms or navigational mistakes. It was only much later that some of these incidents were grouped together under the mysterious banner of the Bermuda Triangle. But the legend truly took hold in the 20th century, when aviation added a new, terrifying dimension to the mystery. Perhaps the most famous case is that of Flight 19. On a December afternoon in 1945, 5 U.S. Navy training aircraft took off from a Florida base for a routine navigation exercise. The weather was manageable, the mission straightforward, but during the flight, radio transmissions revealed the pilots were lost. Their compasses were failing, and they couldn't determine their position. As fuel ran low, communication grew more desperate, until finally, there was only silence. A rescue plane sent to search for them also vanished. Despite one of the largest search operations in history, no confirmed wreckage from Flight 19 or its rescue plane was ever found. The incident gripped the public's imagination, becoming a cornerstone of the Triangle's sinister reputation. Newspapers and books presented it as proof of something extraordinary. Yet, aviation investigators later concluded that a combination of navigational confusion, deteriorating weather, and fuel exhaustion likely led to the tragedy. Still, the story's power endured. And it wasn't just the skies. Maritime records are filled with accounts of vessels that went missing. Some ships were found drifting without a single crew member aboard, while others vanished completely. One often cited example involves large cargo ships disappearing in calm weather, with no distress signal sent. In an era before advanced communication, a ship could sink quickly, overwhelmed by a sudden storm or a catastrophic structural failure, with no time to call for help. The ocean itself is a master at concealing evidence. Powerful currents like the Gulf Stream can scatter debris for hundreds of miles, while the immense depth makes recovery operations incredibly difficult. Many maritime accidents, both inside and outside the Triangle, remain unsolved simply because the evidence is lost to the sea. But clustering these stories in one geographic region helped transform ordinary maritime tragedies into a global phenomenon. So, what does science have to say? Modern research offers several natural explanations for many of the incidents. First, the region is notorious for its rapidly forming storms. Tropical weather systems can explode with surprising speed, creating violent winds and massive waves that can overwhelm even large vessels. Before satellite weather monitoring, ships and planes often had little to no warning. Second, the seafloor in parts of the Atlantic contains huge deposits of methane gas. Some scientists have theorized that a sudden release of these gas bubbles could dramatically reduce the density of the water, causing a ship to lose buoyancy and sink in minutes. While this theory is still debated, it highlights how natural geological processes could contribute to maritime disasters. Third, we have to consider human error. Navigational mistakes, mechanical failures, and communication breakdowns have caused countless accidents worldwide. Early aircraft relied on manual calculations and basic instruments. Flying over a featureless ocean, a pilot could easily become disoriented if the weather turned. Likewise, older ships lacked the sophisticated radar, GPS, and satellite communications that are standard today. When accidents did happen, rescue efforts were often delayed, tragically reducing the chances of survival. It's telling that as navigation technology improved through the late 20th century, the number of unexplained incidents in the region dropped significantly. Despite these logical explanations, the legend of the Bermuda Triangle exploded in the 1960s and 70s. Popular books and magazines compiled the most mysterious cases, often emphasizing the spooky details while conveniently leaving out the mundane ones. Television documentaries added dramatic music and speculative theories involving time warps, alien abductions, and lost underwater cities. These portrayals captured the imagination of the world and cemented the triangle as a cultural icon. Psychologists suggest that we're naturally drawn to unsolved mysteries. When you group a series of unrelated, tragic events into a single narrative, they seem far more sinister than they actually are. Over time, repeated storytelling strengthens the legend, even when the evidence points elsewhere. Today, millions of ships and aircraft pass safely through the region every single year. Insurance companies don't charge higher premiums for travel in the area, and modern technology has drastically reduced the risks that plagued earlier travelers. And yet, the fascination remains. The Bermuda Triangle endures, not just because of the incidents themselves, but because it taps into our deep-seated curiosity about the unknown. The oceans still cover most of our planet, with vast regions still largely unexplored. Whether you see it as a genuine paranormal hotspot, a collection of misunderstood events, or a powerful example of how storytelling can shape our reality, the legend continues to inspire debate, and perhaps that's the real reason the mystery survives. Because as long as there are unexplored corners of our world, the allure of the unknown will always capture the human imagination. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, be sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries.